Robots don't behave like humans. As a result, we don't trust them. In order to get help from robots in everyday situations, they must become more social. They must start to behave like humans.
I'm here to learn from you.
My mission is to have robots working around people or assisting people in a variety of domains. So not so much focus on a specific domain or a specific capability of the robots, but ensuring that these robots can actually perceive the world around them, act in a more socially appropriate way regardless of where they are, and also be able to gradually learn from people. We want people to teach robots in a natural manner and have these robots learn from people so that they become better at doing whatever they need to do in human-centered environments.
Iolanda Leite and her research team at the Royal Institute of Technology, KTH, in Stockholm are developing social robots. Aided by AI and by observing how humans perform tasks, robots will learn to do things our way.
So the robot has been in my kitchen for a while now, and it should know my morning routine.
Good morning. It is 8:30 a.m. and you are having breakfast in 1 hour, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want me to bring a bowl, cereal, and milk for you in 1 hour?
Oh, yes, please, that would be great.
Amazing. Then I will put them on the table in an hour.
Amazing, thank you so much.
So it's not just what we do, but how. Subconsciously, we make small, subtle movements. When you ask someone to pass you the milk, you look both at the milk and the person you're asking, who then looks both at the milk and you to make sure you're ready to receive it. Subconsciously, you've understood what's about to happen before you ready yourself for the carton. The movements are subtle but very noticeable if they're missing, and they'd be missing if you asked a robot for milk. Unless, that is, you've taught the robot this social behavior first. Similarly, when out and about, robots won't behave like you would either. How do you prevent them from bumping into others in different situations? To understand this, test subjects are made to walk around digitally in a 3D world, a bit like a computer game.
We start by collecting data in 3D environments on how people and robots approach each other in the 3D world. And then we use that for robots to learn how they should behave when they have an actual human in a colliding trajectory. And the robot changes its movement depending on the motivation of the person around them. Let's say if the person is on their phone, then it changes trajectory. If the person is in a hurry, then maybe the robot moves even faster out of the way, and so on.
In order for us to accept robots in our immediate environment, it's important that they can also communicate with us, so we don't place unreasonable demands on them.
I need to be careful now.
Because robots are not people, of course, and we don't want them to be people, the expectations that people have into the robot's capabilities are uncertain. So that's why it's very important that robots can actually communicate what they can do, what they cannot do, in a way that people then understand how these robots can actually assist people. So if there's a very heavy object and the robot is not able to pick it up, then instead of the robot simply not doing it or trying to pick it up and failing, maybe if the robot simply says something like, I cannot pick this up because it's too heavy for me, then people will know, and the next time they will not ask the robot to pick up such a heavy object.
The researchers are aiming for autonomous robots, that is, robots that will learn how humans behave and adapt their tasks based on that behavior. Because most of the robots used today are rather limited in their ability to adapt when something unexpected happens.
Most of the robots that are actually working in the real world today, they either have very limited functionality, like let's say a robot vacuum cleaner, or they are in cages in factories and so on, because there's a lot of issues related to people's safety, for example, and the way the robots can acquire new knowledge, or people can really mess up a lot with the environment. So person puts something in front of it and then the robot doesn't know how to ask the person to just move things out of the way to continue what it's doing, then all the beautiful things that you could do, they just stop. So understanding the environment and also being able to communicate what it can do, what it cannot do and why, so that people can actually understand, it's quite important.
Okay, did you learn something? I learned a lot.